People who live near Congers Lake in Clarkstown are keeping a close eye on the ground after a large snake was spotted there.
From creatures that look like they've stepped right out of folklore to animals so gigantic they almost don't seem real. These unbelievable encounters with impossible creatures will leave you on the edge of your seat, so stay tuned. In the middle of an abandoned building, one curious local stumbled upon a nightmarish scene. A humongous snake captured and bound in heavy chains. Its colossal body lay lifeless on the ground, mouth agape, which I'm guessing was the result of a violent struggle perhaps. It's a no-brainer, this massive serpent won't have gone down easy. A group of brave hunters might have finally managed to capture the beast, but at what cost? Was this the jungle's apex predator, or is something even more terrifying lurking nearby? The story doesn't end here, I'm sure. Anaconda invades. While on his evening walk in a small town, a local was stunned to find an unexpected guest in his usual spot. It was a giant anaconda. Stretching an unbelievable length, its thick and muscular body rippled as it slithered on the grass, paying no heed to who was watching it. I guess even in quieter areas, nature's giants have a way of surprising us. Could you ever imagine stumbling upon a serpent this size? Let us know your thoughts down below. Village of Giant Snake. It started as a quiet morning in a small village, but that all changed when a massive, long snake was spotted slithering around. Its enormous body coiled and twisted as it moved. Capturing it would have been a daunting task, so they let it be, as the serpent itself was not paying much attention to the locals, just going about its way. The real question is why this a rare sighting? Or had this been lurking in this area all along, and now decided to make its presence known? One thing was sure, no one would forget the day the giant snake came to town. Python in trees. Looks like it's not just magpies to watch out for this season. In Manly, a massive python was spotted slithering up a tree, its thick, coiled body twisting through the branches like something out of a nightmare. Local residents were left stunned as the giant snake casually made its way up, its sheer size impossible to ignore. With its snake-like grace, this python is a reminder that nature has a way of keeping us on edge. Would you be brave enough to go near, or are you staying indoors this season? Submerged giant revealed. At first glance, it looked like a typical alligator, barely breaking the water's surface. But as the observer looked closer, that's when the true horror began. The water began to ripple, revealing the immense size of the creature lurking below. This wasn't just any alligator, it was a massive beast, a true horror, its shadow stretching beneath the surface like a predator from the deep, dark depths. The realization was chilling. The calm water was hiding a true river titan beneath. One may need serious guts to wait around and see the beast emerge, and that's not us. Hellhound in chains. What seemed like an ordinary bear turned into a nightmare when the massive creature was captured. This was no ordinary beast. It had creepy bones jutting out from its back, a bloodied, snarling dog-like mouth, and eyes that burned with fury. It was not happy being captured. Shackled in heavy chains, it snarled wildly, sending chills through those who dared to approach. Now some whispered it was a hellhound, a creature of legends, brought to life in the woods. Or it could be a freak of nature, or something much darker. All in all, this eerie find was not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Flooded cryptid. As Thailand grappled with severe flooding, locals were left speechless when they captured footage of what seemed to be an enormous snake gliding through the rising waters. Its massive body slithered through the flooded streets, disappearing into the murky depths. Was this a rare giant snake? A creature previously thought to be a legend. As the waters rose, so did the mystery. What other creatures might be adapting to the chaos of nature's fury? Would you dare to explore these flooded waters for yourself? Ancient being. A trail camera in North Carolina captured something unbelievable. It showed a dinosaur walking slowly in the middle of the night, as if it was looking for food. People said it might be Mokele Mbembe, a legendary creature, but no one was sure. The video shocked everyone, and many were scared. Authorities searched the area to find the creature, but they found nothing. It seemed to vanish without a trace. The event left people confused, wondering how such a creature could exist and where it came from. The mystery remains unsolved, and people are still talking about it. Dragon encounter. In Indonesia, locals were left awestruck when they spotted what looked like a real dragon perched high on a cliff. Dark and menacing, its massive wings stretched out as if preparing to take flight. The creature's piercing gaze seemed to survey the land below, leaving witnesses questioning if they'd stumbled upon a mythical beast come to life. Was this a modern-day dragon, or could it be an undiscovered species hiding in the shadows of Indonesia's wild terrain? Whatever it was, this sighting was definitely something straight out of a legend. Golden dragon discovered. A secret video has surfaced, showing an extraordinary creature slithering along the side of a mountain. With its scales shimmering in golden-orange hues, it moved closer to the camera. Its serpentine grace and fiery colors were spellbound as it continued on its merry path, not paying any attention to the fact that it was getting recorded, or maybe it just didn't care. Could this be evidence of a real dragon hiding in the remote mountains? Or was it an unknown species yet to be discovered? With every movement, the creature seemed to embody the magic of ancient tales. What do you think? Myth or reality? Let the debate begin. Giant spider. Trail cameras are the best because they capture things in the woods that we can't see. In a forest in California, a trail camera caught something that shocked everyone who saw it. The footage clearly shows a giant spider slowly moving forward, as if searching for something to eat. This giant spider was unlike anything anyone had ever seen in the woods before. It's the first time such a giant spider has been captured on camera in that area. Who knows what else might be hiding in the woods, waiting to be discovered by these cameras? Desert's creepy giant. In the scorching heat of the desert, something truly unsettling was spotted. A giant centipede crawling through the dry landscape. Its long, segmented body slithered across the sand, its many legs moving with terrifying precision. Known for their speed and aggression, these creatures are rarely seen in such extreme environments. Locals are now questioning, is this a freak of nature, or has something ancient and monstrous awakened in the desert? Whatever it is, it's a reminder that the desert hides more than just the heat. Its mysteries run deep. Unexpected encounter. A man was traveling late at night near the woods on an empty road. Everything seemed normal until something unexpected happened. A strange dinosaur appeared right in front of him. He was shocked and couldn't believe his eyes. How could this be possible? As he looked closer, he realized something was wrong. Its eyes were unusual, and it seemed like the dinosaur was asking for help. Before he could react, it ran back into the woods. The man was left wondering if scientists were bringing dinosaurs back to life, and if this one had escaped from a secret lab. The encounter left him puzzled and terrified. Strange hybrid. A tourist in Canada went to explore the woods and enjoy nature's beauty. Suddenly, he heard a strange sound and looked around. What he saw was a strange being that at first seemed like a bat, but as he looked closer, he realized it was something more. It looked like a mix between a bat and a raccoon. He had never seen anything like it before. He thought it might be a result of some scientific experiment. At least he explored more than he expected. Feathered Titan unveiled. Meet the Feathered Titan, a massive, majestic chicken that frankly looks like it stepped straight out of a fantasy tale. Towering over the rest of the flock, this incredible bird had feathers so impressive, they seemed almost regal. I mean, just look at this guy. The size alone was enough to leave everyone speechless. Is it just an exceptionally large chicken? Or could it be the stuff of farmyard legends? Either way, this feathered giant is a sight you won't forget. Ruler of the roost, indeed. King of the skies. High in the Andes, a breathtaking sight was captured. Not one but two massive birds on the rugged terrain. The majestic Andean condor. With its enormous wingspan stretching over 10 feet, this giant bird glides effortlessly and is known as one of the largest flying birds in the world. On top of that, it has long been a symbol of power and freedom in South American culture. This sighting reminded locals of its legendary status, a true king of the skies. The only question is, have you ever seen a bird this incredible? Monstrous croc. In a small town in Brazil, locals often saw a giant crocodile in the river, which terrified them. No one dared to go near the river. The locals reported it to the authorities, and expert divers were sent to investigate. When they went into the river, they discovered that the crocodile was much bigger than anyone had imagined. It was a huge, almost 30 feet long, but surprisingly, it was a gentle giant. The experts carefully took it with them, but after that, no one knew where it went or what happened to it. Sewer beast uncovered. Sewer workers were responding to complaints of blocked pipes and ended up opening up a manhole, only to be shocked by what was lurking down there. A giant rodent. Yep, the cause of those blocked pipes was this massive creature with its matted fur and sharp claws. It had taken over the underground network, causing chaos for the entire system. To say everyone was stunned when the images of it spread like wildfire would be an understatement. All of them had one question on their mind. How the heck did this creature end up in sewers? Maybe this was overgrown capybara or something else entirely. What do you think? Mysterious hen.
Witchcraft.
A farmer in a small village in Nigeria witnessed something bizarre one morning when he found that all of his hens were lifeless. But when he touched one of the hen's stomachs, something unbelievable happened. It shot out fire, just like a dragon. The farmer was shocked, unable to understand how this could be possible. He touched the stomach again and again, and each time, fire was released. The strange incident left him in complete disbelief. He couldn't explain what had happened or why it happened. To this day, the mystery of the fire-breathing hens remains unsolved.
Witchcraft.
Bataraza monster. In the town of Bataraza, Palawan, locals were left stunned when a giant crocodile was caught on camera at night, cruising through the waters like a true predator. Its massive size sent waves of shock through the community as it glided through the river with cold, calculating eyes. This wasn't just any croc, it was a true river king, and its appearance was enough to spark all kinds of fear. Was it a legendary creature, or just a rare giant? No one in Bataraza would ever look at the river the same way again. Freaky river monster. In an eerie footage from an Asian river, a strange creature with a long, narrow mouth and rows of sharp teeth surfaced, sending chills down the spines of everyone nearby. As it swam closer, the The terrifying creature's teeth gleamed in the dim light, making its intentions clear. Locals are now wondering if this river monster is a long-kept secret or a newfound terror of the deep. Its unsettling appearance and predatory movements raised immediate questions. Was it a mutated species lurking beneath the water? Only if someone would dare to investigate. Battle-scarred beast. Now prepare yourselves, guys, because you are about to meet Underbite, the scarred beast. That's as fierce as it is unique. This massive reptile earned its name after a brutal clash with another crocodile left it without its upper jaw. But don't let that fool you. Nope. Underbite was a survivor. Its powerful lower jaw and sheer size still made it a force to be reckoned with. Every scar tells a story, and this battle-hardened beast's tale was one of resilience and dominance in the unforgiving wild. Wall-crawling nightmare. Late one evening, a homeowner noticed a strange shadow crawling on the wall. Turning on the light, they froze in horror. A giant spider was perched quite comfortably on the wall, with its many legs writhing about in a strange, spooky manner. Its sheer size and unsettling movements were enough for him to back away, not knowing that creature would attack or retreat. Well, this encounter proves it, that one can't be sure of what's even lurking in the dark corner of their own home. Nighttime crawler. In the middle of the night, a CCTV camera caught sight of a street dog behaving in a rather strange manner. It seemed like something had spooked the guy, and he was now on edge. Turns out, the source of its distress was a massive, creepy crawly. Yep, this giant arachnid was trying its hardest to cross the road, only to be stopped by the dog. I'm guessing it got startled by this spider, and had been warning about this lurking danger. The only question is, where was the giant crawler off to? Now that's one scary thought, right? Strange cryptid captured. Late one night, when a couple of friends were out goofing near a field, their night took a terrifying turn when this came out of it. From a distance, it looked like a large, strange white lizard. But that wasn't the case, because this thing had the head of a goat, and the rest of the body like that of a centipede. Yep, quite a strange mixture, which of course led everyone to believe that it might be a hybrid of some sort, or maybe the result of an experiment gone wrong. However, there were a few who claimed it to be an undiscovered species, or something from another realm even. What do you think? Yellowstone's beast. You may have heard about Yellowstone's untamed beast. Now it's time to see one in real life. This breathtaking predator wasn't just any wolf. It's 160 pounds of sheer power, muscle, and piercing eyes that seem to look right through you. Magnificent, yet menacing. This alpha was known to rule the wilds of Yellowstone with an aura that's both beautiful and terrifying. So beware, because this isn't the kind of canine you snap selfies with. A single misstep could end up making you its next prey. So admire this apex predator from the safety of your car, much like these guys. Strange creature. A group of experts exploring a cave near Dallas, Texas, came across something strange. At first, they thought it was a lobster, but as they got closer, they were shocked to see a creature unlike anything they'd ever encountered. It had a spider-like mouth and several legs like centipedes, giving it a terrifying appearance. Unsure of what it was, they observed it, trying to understand its nature. After being unable to identify it, they decided to leave it alone and return to safety. The sighting left them puzzled, and they couldn't explain what they had just seen. Strange deer. A man heard strange noises coming from his yard, and when he went to check, he saw a deer standing there. Thinking it might be hungry, he decided to feed it. But as the deer started eating, something strange happened. Its skin under the eye and the skin on its forehead was unusual, as if something underneath was trying to emerge. The man was terrified, wondering if the deer was possessed or had escaped from a lab where experiments were conducted. After finishing the food, the deer calmly walked back into the woods. However, it left behind a mystery. and the man couldn't stop wondering what was truly wrong with it. Strange bird. A man exploring the woods lost his way and wandered too far. While searching for a way back, he noticed strange movements around him. Suddenly, he saw a bird that at first resembled a kiwi, but it wasn't. It had an unusual appearance, long neck making him think it might be from another world. He had never seen anything like it before. But then, the strange bird quickly ran deeper into the woods before he could react. Left confused and unsure of what he had just witnessed. Fields encounter. A tourist in Peru was hiking through lush green fields, enjoying the perfect day. But things took a strange turn when he noticed unusual movement around him. At a distance, he saw a large creature. At first, he thought it was a Komodo dragon, but as he looked closer, he realized it was much bigger and moved very slowly. Terrified by the sight, he quickly escaped the area before it could notice him. What the creature was remains a mystery, leaving him puzzled and shaken by the encounter. Scary baby goat. A farmer in Mexico heard unusual noises from his yard late at night. Curious, he went outside to check, but everything seemed normal at first. Then he noticed a baby goat near him. As he looked closer, he realized something was wrong. The goat's face had changed. It had glowing eyes and a frightening expression. It looked as if it was possessed. The sight left the farmer terrified. To this day, no one knows what exactly happened to that goat, leaving the case shrouded in mystery. Scary goat. A man mistakenly entered a secret lab, unaware of what was going on inside. To avoid being recognized, he quickly put on a hazmat suit. As he went deeper into the facility, he was stunned to see scientists observing a creepy goat. As he got closer, he was shocked to see the goat had 5 eyes, unusual horns, and strange coloring, something he had never seen before. Terrified by what he saw, the man quickly left, making sure no one saw him. The strange creature was left behind, and the mystery of what kind of experiments were being conducted there remains unsolved. Pegasus. A group of friends from Austin, Texas, heard that a man in a small town in Russia owned a Pegasus. Curious and excited, they traveled all the way to Russia to meet him. After a long journey, they finally arrived and asked him to show them the creature. You wouldn't believe it. He actually had it. The Pegasus had black wings, exactly like they had imagined. It was big, majestic, and stunning. The friends couldn't believe their eyes. It was more beautiful than they had ever dreamed. After seeing it, they returned home, still in awe of what they had witnessed. Hairless monkey. A woodcutter was busy stacking wood in his warehouse when he suddenly spotted a strange monkey. At first, it looked normal, but as he got closer, he was shocked. The monkey had no hairs, fur, and had a long tail. It behaved strangely, moving in an unusual way. Before he could observe it further, it quickly ran into the woods. The woodcutter was left confused, unsure of what he had seen. He thought it might have escaped from a scientist's lab, as many experiments are done on monkeys. No one knows for sure how it ended up there. Owl encounter. On a bright sunny day, a man in Africa was exploring the woods. He accidentally wandered too deep, and as he was about to head back, something shocking happened. A big, strange owl appeared right in front of him. It looked ancient, as if it had lived for hundreds of years. The man got so scared, he immediately ran back and never returned. Let me tell you why. In many African cultures, owls are closely associated with witchcraft. They are often believed to be the eyes and ears of witches, or serve as messengers between the human world and the spirit world. So that's why he got so scared. Scary locked owl! A group of friends in Peru were traveling and decided to stop and rest near an abandoned town. Everything felt strange in the area. They went into a house that seemed empty, but soon they started hearing strange noises. When they checked around, they found a cage with an owl inside. At first, it seemed like a normal owl, but when they looked closely, they saw something terrifying. The owl's eyes were dark and looked unnatural, like it wasn't an ordinary bird. The friends were scared and didn't know what was wrong with it. Feeling unsafe, they quickly left the house and never came back. They were left with many questions and a sense of fear. Unidentified creature. A worker in Mexico was cleaning the fields when he suddenly felt movement. He looked around and saw an animal he first thought was a honey badger, but when it turned around, he was shocked. Its mouth was creepy, almost like a chupacabra's mouth. The creature quickly ran into the fields, disappearing from sight. The worker never saw it again. He was left in shock, unsure of what he had just witnessed. New discovery. A group of friends were exploring the woods in Dallas, Texas, when they suddenly saw something on a tree that terrified them. It was a dark, octopus-like creature that looked like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie. The creature was so creepy that they had no idea what it was. They observed it for a while, but eventually they decided to leave the site, still shaken by what they had seen. But I did some research for you guys and discovered that it was the North American pine squid, a recently discovered species of tree-climbing cephalopod. It makes its home in the pine-filled forests of North America, and it has puzzled many with its strange appearance. Mysterious goat. In a small town in Brazil, a local witnessed something hard to believe. A goat was walking on 2 feet like a human. It didn't seem bothered by anyone around. Instead, it walked towards an old house that had been abandoned for many years. No one dared to stop it or follow it. The locals believed that the goat was possessed and was becoming the meal of the witch who had been living in that abandoned house. Since then, the goat never returned, and fear of that house increased for them. Scary creature. A man was cleaning his yard when he was puzzled to see a large hole in the ground. He had no idea how it got there. As he got closer, he was even more shocked by what he saw. It was an octopus-like creature, unlike anything he had ever expected. The creature looked very creepy and scary, almost like a character from a science fiction movie. He quickly got scared and left the area. Later, when he returned to check, there was nothing there. The whole situation remained a mystery, and no one could explain how the strange creature appeared. Strange rat. A man was on his way to buy groceries when he saw something that shocked him. It was a strange rat with dark black fur, a long tail, and creepy eyes. It was running around, unbothered by others' presence. The man had no idea what it was. He shared the footage online, and people had different opinions. Some believed it was a new species of rat, while others thought it could be the result of a scientific experiment. The mystery of the rat remains unsolved. Goatman. A tourist was exploring a small town in Colombia when, on his way to the bus stop, he saw something unexpected. A strange goat was sitting near a pole. As he got closer, he was shocked because it looked like the famous Goatman, but it wasn't moving at all, almost as if it wasn't alive. Later, the locals told him that it was indeed the Goatman, whose life was ended by magic right there. Since then, no one has dared to move it. But who knows, one day it might get its life again. Mysterious hen. A video shared online from an unknown source left everyone puzzled. It showed a hen, but not like any other. This one was much larger than usual and had strange, terrifying legs that clearly didn't belong to a normal bird. It was seen eating something from the tree branches. As the video went viral, people started offering different opinions. Some believed the hen was part of a secret scientific experiment, while others thought it could be a new, unknown species of hen, never seen before. But the truth behind the strange bird remains a mystery. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Back in 2022, in a small town in Indonesia, a snake had been causing a lot of trouble for the locals. It often hunted their mammals and would chase anyone who went near the woods. The locals informed the authorities, but no help came. Frustrated with the situation, they decided to take matters into their own hands. They all gathered, and after a long struggle, they managed to catch the giant snake. It was a python, and surprisingly, it was much bigger than they had expected, about 25 feet long. Together, they took it far away from the town and released it into the woods. Hopefully, it will never return.